Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sara Feigenholtz, Assistant Majority Leader of the Illinois House of Representatives.
Thank you all for being here tonight. And thank you, Equality Illinois, for hosting this amazing and fabulous event where girls like me want to find a fabulous dress. This party has always been one of my favorites, but of course, this year we have a lot to celebrate, a lot of special memories, and hopefully a lot of memories to come. We can look around the room tonight and we can say that every single person in this room has the right to marry the person they love. And Deborah Mel, I don't know where you are, but the good news is you don't have to go to Iowa to do it anymore. Love you, Deb. There isn't one person or one organization to thank for all of this success. There's no one image of what our heroes in marriage equality in Illinois look like. There were clergy, there were business leaders, parents, labor leaders, educators, high school students, you name it, they were there lobbying. And while many who have been in the trenches for this fight from the very beginning, and you know who you are, you're in this room, I'd like to specifically mention one of my colleagues, a very special woman, a woman who, whose story of courage and story of commitment, not one member of the General Assembly or one person in this room should ever forget, and that is Representative Naomi Jakobsson. Everybody knows that a bill needs 60 votes to pass in the House. And for all of you who were down in Springfield, you know that it was like a listing ship. We had 62, then we had 59. And this is just how it goes on very, very complicated bills in Springfield. And a lot of you know because you were there and you witnessed it. And it was very painful until we were able to feel the joy. But the part of the story that you might not know is Naomi's story on the day of the vote. Naomi and her family were at the bedside of her son Garrett, who was at that day in hospice care. Day and night, she and her family sat at his bedside. When she heard that the marriage vote was actually going to take place, she didn't just hope and pray that there would be enough votes to pass this bill. She got up knowing that she may never see her son alive again. She talked to her family and they said, Naomi, Mom, this is history in the making and we want you to be part of it. Naomi got in her car, drove to Springfield, cast her vote in favor of equality. Never forget the heroes. She went back, and just moments before, her son had made his journey. As an advocate and a colleague and a good friend of Naomi's, I know that I speak for everyone in this room when I say how eternally grateful we are to her for her selflessness and her profound commitment to families. To me, marriage equality is all about family. All of our lives are made better when every family is treated with dignity and respect. During the marriage equality debate on the floor, I read a letter that I had received from a little girl, Braden, an 11-year-old. Braden's fathers, David and Lee, are two guys I'd known for a very long time. She and her brother Michael came down in solidarity with her dads to lobby for marriage equality. Both her and her brother traveled through many foster homes and many tears before they actually found their forever home with their dads, Lee and David. Braden understands what far too many people don't, that love is love. Plain and simple. We all have a lot to celebrate tonight, and we will dance. Yes, we will. And for many months to come, we will continue dancing and buying toasters. But in the midst of this celebration, we have to remember that passing marriage equality is hardly a final step in our journey. Ours is not a community that ever stops fighting, and this is clearly not a final step. We have to make sure that for Braden, we protect children, for the youth in the LGBT community. We have to continue to fight for HIV funding that not only allows treatment, but also effective prevention programs. We need to pass Federal Employment Non-Discrimination Act that protects trans people. Our brothers and sisters in the trans community need protection from discrimination and hate in the workplace. And sadly, many of us know, someone who has been a victim of a hate crime or someone who's been a victim of bullying. So clearly our mission to educate has to continue. Marriage was big, it was huge. And so many of us, our hearts are so full, but so many hearts and minds still need to be changed in the General Assembly and across the state. Many of my colleagues who are here tonight and some who are unable to be here took enormous political risks when they vote for this law. Let's give them a hand. They need to know that we're going to be standing with them shoulder to shoulder, because they're going to have to defend that vote in order to stay in their seats. So while they're doing the right thing, I have other colleagues in the meantime. Everyone knows who they are. If not, we'll tell you later. We still have those folks who are filing bills to repeal the marriage law that we are tonight celebrating. Or they're trying to turn back the clock and redefine marriage as between one man and one woman only. Sadly, we need to work together to ensure that no same-sex couple in the state ever faces unfair barriers when they apply for their marriage certificate. And if we don't fight to defend this law, nothing we do, nothing we have done over the last few years will really matter. We have worked too hard, we have worked too long to watch that happen. It can't happen, and we will not let it. That's why tonight I'm asking all of you to commit to continuing this momentum, the momentum we are celebrating tonight, and donate to this amazing organization, Equality Illinois, the leading LGBT organization in Illinois. On your table, there are little pens and little envelopes for people to make a contribution. Take a moment and think about this incredible work we've done in the last few years, what we've accomplished, and that we couldn't have done it without Equality Illinois. Dig deep, be the kind of person who doesn't just talk the talk, be the person who also walks the walk. Thank you.